Diecast North is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say some shit. Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Welcome to Diecast North Galactic Hooligan. It is time again for me to review a new figure, and as I said before, I wanted to get over to the to some of the new Studio Series things that we've actually been getting and everything. I am excited about this one. So before he actually gives us all nickel plated sandwiches, let's go and review them. If this is your first time to my review, welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me. I love you guys for coming in once again. And to those who actually haven't subscribed to me, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I am here pretty much every week now. It's a small step for you, but a big giant leap for me and my videos. Now, before anyone has the audacity to call him a robot chicken, let's take a look at this guy. Alright, everybody, and if you all guessed, excuse me for making some last minute adjustments here, but if you guessed that the character that I was actually going to be bringing you today would be Brawn, you'd be right. Hey! And you win this review, which I'm actually doing for you right now. Listen, the decrepit box right now, and let's take a good look at this decrepit box first off. This is brought to you by Amazon. And I actually got, like, not only just one figure, but two figures that were actually completely mangled in the box and everything like that, you know? And I was actually trying to send a notice to Amazon about what they actually did, because, you know, they actually do give you the ability to review whatever they actually do and everything. But because I had actually told them that they were actually getting an F- for the delivery here and everything, they totally flagged me and kind of like censored me in a way and everything like that. Now, I know it's not the worst censorship in the world or anything like that, you know, because there is censorship going across the world and everything like that, you know. But let me tell you something. This is horrible. You know what I mean? Like, I love Amazon. Amazon, I love you. I actually have like a relationship with you or something like that. It's like, it's not only just love, but it's a burning flame. But let me tell you something. This is just horrible, you know? And I'm actually really surprised that Brawn actually made it out. He is a tough MFer. But let me tell you something. This was just horrible. Inside the box, we actually had this, like, this that was actually holding Brawn all together and everything, and I am really shocked that he actually made it out and everything. I don't know if they actually threw a microwave or something, or like a color TV on top of my boxes or anything, but that was, not only that, but they actually delivered this in a bag. You know what I mean? And so that's what was actually happening there and everything. And I thank you for hearing my rant out and everything, and like me voicing my chagrin. Now, inside the box, we actually have not one, but two of these battle scenes and everything like that. Here, this is actually taken from the Transformers Bumblebee movie and on Cybertron. And this one's actually pretty mangled too, so there's no way that I'm actually going to be using this whatsoever. And I don't know, maybe it actually is a good thing that they actually did that, because like it does force me to get rid of the box and everything like that. I'm trying to like make sure that I downsize all of my boxes altogether and everything because of space issues and everything like that. But like at the same time, it's like for those who might have actually wanted to keep it and everything, it's actually a damn shame that they actually did that here. But what it hadn't been destroyed was the instruction booklet. It is actually very cool and very useful. So to those of you who wanted to learn how to transform Brawn, here we go, and done. Now you are a master of transforming Brawn. And not only do you actually know how to transform Brawn now, but you also know Kung Fu. You'll see. And here goes Brawn. I really love this guy so much. Now, aside from like everything that I actually told you about with the box itself and everything, Brawn himself actually comes out to be really, really amazing. He's a nifty little, I don't know, I kind of want to say like a Jeep / trash compactor or something. I'm not exactly sure what he's actually supposed to be. He actually has this thing right in here and everything. I wish they actually had a covering for this and everything, so like he can actually kind of like look more the utility van kind of thing, thing here and everything, because like right over here we actually do see inside here and everything. There's a dome in there. You know, but but aside from that, this guy really comes out really, really nicely. Now, before doing this, like all of the Studio Series figures that I had actually gotten were actually kind of hella loose, so I decided to like use the Kiki's fixed loose joints on each and every one of these guys because I wasn't playing around. And I'll tell you one thing that wasn't able to set or like set as well before Kiki's was his gun right on top of his cab here. Now it's really not going anywhere or anything like that whatsoever, and it's nice to be able to like use his vehicle to use this weapon on his utility vehicle mode. It's really, really nice. I love all of like this. I love the vents right over here. The wheels are actually really nicely free flowing and everything. I love that. On all of the figures so far that we actually have from the Bumblebee Studio Series movie and everything, from the Studio Series Bumblebee movie figures, excuse me everyone, but I really love how free flowing the wheels are here and everything. And the design here is just really, really superb. I love all the detailing and everything going in here and in here. He looks like he could have actually been like a space age utility vehicle of some kind, or like some kind of truck or something, you know, like the flatbed's actually in here somewhere. It's very, very cool. The weaponry is actually really awesome also. And I love the fact that you actually have this thing going and everything. You know, like this is actually a dual part weapon right over here. I'll show you more on that in robot mode, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you actually wanted to do that part where he actually has the drill right in front of his cab, you can actually do that really easily. And there you go. And that's really, really, really cool. I love that so much. I think that this is actually kind of like one of the this really was one of the designs that I was actually looking forward to more than any of the others and everything. And I'll tell you my theory of the concept vehicles here and everything, because I'm actually really calling them concept vehicles and everything, because like I could have sworn I've actually seen Ratchet as a concept vehicle at one time and everything. Not necessarily Wheeljack, although he actually kind of like really reminds me of a lot of like some of the things that we've actually seen down the line for like say maybe Nissan or like or Lancia and that sort of thing. But this character is just so cool. I love these headlights. I kind of wish these headlights could have actually been like painted, or there could have actually been like maybe a piece of like clear plastic that was actually glued right on the top here and everything, because that would have actually brought that out a little bit more. But aside from that, this is actually really, really cool. I love this drill. I kind of wish it could turn, but like I'm not really complaining about it because of everything that it actually does otherwise. But very, very nice figure. I love it. And I'm just going to give you a quick comparison. Earth mode figure here, and that's actually really nice. I love like the contrast between them two and everything. I really believe that Brawn could have actually been this guy and everything on Cybertron. So that's really, really nice stuff right there. Going from Earth mode Brawn, I'm going to give you Cybertron mode Ultra Magnus. And Cybertron Ultra Magnus is actually really cool. This comes from Siege Line. And I love the size differences between these two. It's very, very cool. I really love how these two actually kind of like fit together in this scheme. And I really believe that these two could have actually like had like a long history together on Cybertron. It's really, really nice to be able to like match your toys with others. And I really want to give you a comparison between another deluxe figure, and that's the Earth mode of Pipes. And I really like this so much. Like, both of them are actually deluxe figures, and I really think that this actually matches up really, really well. Now, Brawn actually kind of seems to me like he would have actually been like a smaller vehicle. I think that they could have actually like maybe upsized this one a little bit more and everything, but for the size of robot mode to the size of this, and you know, like I really don't have like that much of a discrepancy between both of them or anything, truthfully, but I just think that Brawn could have actually used a little bit more of that oomph and everything like that, you know what I mean? But I like the way these two look together and everything. Again, I really cannot wait to see what actually happens. I really, really hope we actually get something in Legacy of like a deluxe style Brawn, because I think that's one thing that's actually missing from this whole entire project. Not only that, but I'm actually hearing things about Cosmos and everything like that. I'm just like, oh, I'm super excited about that dude. And anyway, I could keep going on and on, but I'm actually going to give you Transformation of Brawn, and let's see what he looks like in robot mode. Now, transforming Brawn from auto mode to robot mode is actually really simple. First off, let's get rid of his weapons. And now we're ready to transform him. Remember, when you're actually using the drill, make sure that you actually turn this all the way under here. And by the way, I love how everything is actually so hidden underneath. It's great. Now, what we want to do is start off by unclipping these right over here. You actually have like a clipping mechanism right under here. Now, going back to vehicular mode, you want to make sure that this piece actually goes in first. And I found that this is probably the best way to do it and everything, and then slide the clip underneath and everything, because that actually gives you the ability to free up your wheels. If you don't do that, it actually does make it a little bit cumbersome for the wheels to actually spin. So there we go, and we'll bring this whole entire section down, rotate it by the waist, wheel, and this is such a great transformation right over here for the legs. You want to invert the legs all the way around and everything, so you actually have the heels and you actually have the foot right over here. The knee actually goes right in here, so this will actually be the knee, and just invert all of that all the way back here. And I love that there is pretty much no hollow spaces right over here or anything like that. It looks kind of like more like it's kind of like more of the design than anything else, which is fantastic. So we'll actually go in here, we'll bring the arms out, which are, you have to peg in right in here to this peg right over here. Be careful of that. It is actually see-through, it is actually translucent plastic, so just be careful when you're actually doing that. And just do this right over here and bring the arms out. And when you're actually going into robot mode, you just want to bring the elbows right in like this. For car mode, you go in here. For robot mode, you go all the way out here. And now we're going to pop the head up. I love that robot head reveal. Then bring the wheels in and clamp all of this all around here. They'll actually go into a couple of like these pegs right over here, go right on either side, right in there, and there you pretty much have it. Now all you'll just want to do is just reverse the arms all the way down here, and now you actually have Brawn in robot mode, and this guy is great. I'm gonna say one thing about Brawn, and that he pretty much has a face that only a mom can love and everything, you know? but he is really superb. I'm just going to bring down the lights and everything like that so you guys don't like have your retinas burned or anything like that while I'm actually looking at this guy. But look at this. I really love this. And really love the fact that his deep blue orbs are actually like just inset into the robot head itself and everything. That is really, really nice design right there. Just let me bring you on a little bit more. Look at that. I love this. Something about the face actually kind of like makes me feel like he's actually Ben Grimm, but I really love all of this all of this detail that's actually in here. I love the way the mouth is actually set in here. I love like how the cheeks are actually done, and like I love this super robotic detail here. It's just really, really nice. The mechanical design is great. The head always makes everyone think Juggernaut, you know, and I get it. Juggernaut or Magneto, I would accept either one of those, you know, or maybe, what's that guy from He-Man, the Ram guy, Ram Man, is it? I don't know, but I love the way that looks though. It's actually a very, very cool head. And a lot of people were actually like kind of like put off by the fact that his face actually looks like this, but I'm not. I really, really have just loved that head sculpt ever since the movie, you know? But let's get back out here, and now let's take a look at the rest of the body, because this is great, full of mechanical detail over there in the arm department right over here, you know? Love everything that's actually going on in here and into the elbows themselves. Just really, really good stuff here. You know, you can't like deny that this is a fantastic run. And as I said before, love all this mechanical stuff. Love all this mechanical detailing right over here. That styling is great. The back is actually really clean, and it's actually really clean going both from like robot to vehicular mode. So it's just very, very cool. And hold on, just let me bring this out. Just really no kibble whatsoever, you know, just very, very nice stuff. So for detailing here and everything, for like the for his articulation, his head can actually move back and forth to this degree right over here. It's actually hampered by the fact that he actually has this huge backpack right over here, but at the same time, it's really, really nice. He actually has like a 360 right over here, uninhibited, that's actually promoted by a ball joint. He doesn't have a bicep rotation, but he actually does rotate right over here by his shoulder, so that's actually kind of nice. He actually comes with wrist rotation right over here, so that's great. He has a double hinge right on his elbow, very cool. He actually has a rotation by his waist that's actually from the transformation itself. Nice also. He can kick forward that far. He actually kicks back that far right over here. No donkey kicks for this guy or anything like that, but it's nice nevertheless. He can bend a lot more over 90 degrees. If you actually put his leg down, you can actually see that. That's nice. He also has ankle tilts right over here, a little bit of dorsey, no flexion, so like very, very nice all around and everything. He is just a great figure. Just like a really, really great figure. I'm just really loving this. Now, for the weaponry, you can actually like just put his weapons all over the place and everything. You actually have like his hand compartment right over here where you can actually hold it in hand. You can actually put this on top of this all together also. So I know some people are actually calling it kind of like a bayonet models and everything. Like it's which I can accept. He actually has this as like a knife or a dagger and everything, so that's actually really cool. One thing I think is actually really great about this is that once you actually use this and this, I love this. He actually kind of like has like kind of a siege weapon right over here, where it's probably like maybe a long range missile or something like that, but like that's actually really excellent. I can actually see something horrible coming out of this out of the pistol, this weapon right over here. Just really, really cool. And for storage, which is nice, you actually have this peg hole right over here. Now remember, I did actually have to use like some kikis in order to get it set, but once you actually do that, there's a peg right over here, the same one that you actually use for his vehicular mode to hold his weapon on, and it just goes on his back with no issues whatsoever. So he is just super dynamic, is super nice. Size comparison for Brawn, we are actually going to give you a little bit of Brawn Deluxe action with some mini bots, and so we actually have Brawn and Pipes here, and I really like the way they actually look together. I hope that when we actually do get the eventual Brawn for the Legacy line, or hopefully it will actually come within the Legacy line, hopefully it'll actually come in threes and everything, just like Siege actually, just like the War for Cybertron actually did, and this would actually be just like a great height for him. I like that so much. I'm going to give you a little bit of Brawn and Voyager class Ultra Magnus here. Really nice. So if you're actually imagining Optimus with him and everything, that's pretty much the height you're actually going with. And if you can forgive me for a little while longer, here he goes with Leader class Ultra Magnus here, and I love how that looks as well. Yeah, I'm actually just all about Ultra Magnus. Here we go. And finally, a look between Brawn and Brawn here. And I just really love this so much. I love the way, hold on everybody, sorry about that. I love the way they look together. They are really great. The comparisons are actually really great between them. And again, I really hope that we actually do get like a leader class version, I mean not a leader class, but like a deluxe size version of this guy, because I think we're actually kind of like long overdue for like a really cool Brawn and everything. I really like Brawn a lot. I think he's actually pretty much one of my favorite characters in Transformers and everything altogether. And just seeing this guy in hand just gives me just big gratitude in a big way and everything like that, to see exactly what they can actually do with this scale and everything, you know? I love this guy a lot, and I think that he's actually going to be like a welcome part in your collection if you actually do get him and everything, you know? He is fun. He is just really just like a great figure. And finally, a foreshadowing of events right over here. So we actually have Brawn and some anonymous red guy back there and everything, you know? I don't know what's his name is. I kind of feel like I want to follow him everywhere though. Anyway, so like this guy is actually great. I'm going to give you final thoughts in a moment, and just like a little foreshadowing of events once I finally get all the rest of these Studio Series figures in hand and everything, or once I start reviewing them a little bit more and everything, you know, but like this guy is awesome. Anyway, I'm going to give you final thoughts. So what can I say about Brawn? He is fantastic. Wait, look over here, Brawn. Yeah, that's it. He is fantastic. I really love this guy so much. He was pretty much the first one that I actually opened in this whole entire realm of Bumblebee, Bumblebee Studio Series figures, and he really didn't disappoint whatsoever or anything. He was everything I could have actually hoped for and more in this guy, and this size scale, he's excellent. He don't need no damn weapons. He could actually take care of you with his fisticuffs. But am I glad that he actually has them? Yeah, because these weapons are actually pretty much just like really amazingly designed and everything. Goes together with Brawn so well, and I'm glad that we actually have him in this collection. I love him. I really want to thank you again for joining me for another trip through Transformers nerddom. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me. What have we learned about me today? We have actually learned that I may be a really big fan of this guy, even more than I thought I was. Also, I really think that they're actually going to be coming in with like a slew of amazing figures out and everything. You know, like I kept on hearing about, like I said it before, I kept on hearing about Cosmos. He is one of my favorite characters, and I really think that, I really hope that he actually comes as like the little fat guy that I love, and I think that it would be wonderful. Let's see what happens. So far, Legacy is actually giving us quite a bit of very cool stuff, so I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, thanks for joining me once again. I'm going to remind you all to be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other out there, because kindness is actually in super short supply and everything. We need to make sure that we actually make that carry over throughout the whole entire world. Let dictators hear it, let everyone hear it and everything, like, just like let us get on the love train and everything, because like we know, we need to make more stops on the love train. We do. Also, as always, as I'm going to keep on reminding everybody, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I love this guy so much. Enjoy him. Anyway, take care everybody. I'll definitely talk to you soon.